for the March 2nd, 2022 are called to order concurrently at 6:14 p.m. Pursuant to Executive Order N-25-20 and N-29-20, members of the Planning Commission and staff are participating in this meeting via video link Zoom and/or teleconference. This is not an in-person meeting. Members of the public may observe this meeting on the City Hawthorne website or on YouTube. The Pledge of Allegiance will be run by Commissioner Richard. Will you do us the honor?
No problem. Okay, please raise right hand. Put your right hand over your heart. Face any flag that's nearby. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
of
the United
the United States of America
to the
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The roll call, please.
Vice Chairperson Al-Shanadli.
Present.
Commissioner Ortiz.
Present.
Commissioner Caravello.
Present.
And Commissioner Richard.
Present.
And let the record show that Chairperson Smith is absent.
Did we hear from him? Is he okay?
We have not heard from him yet.
Okay. Oral communications. This is the time for oral communications. Because this meeting is not in-person meeting, members of the public who wish to participate in the meeting were asked to participate by calling or emailing the planning department no later than 5:30 p.m. today, noting the item on which the member wants to speak. This information was provided on the agenda posted in compliance with the Brown Act on Thursday, February 24th, 2022. At this time, if there were any messages left for oral communication, staff will either read the messages on behalf of those individuals who wish to provide written comments for oral communications, or invite members of the public who wish to provide oral comments to speak through the Zoom application. Remarks, whether written or oral, are still limited to 3 minutes in duration. Staff, is there any participation from the public for oral communications? This is the time for public communication.
No, we have received nothing in writing.
Okay.
And it appears that no one has joined the meet. Well, hold on. Did somebody just join?
I believe there's I think I saw Mr. Gutierrez.
Through the chair, that is the applicant for one of the items.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Um,
Okay.
Through the chair, question,
Yes.
how would the public, is there a phone number the public would call, or how do they get into the meeting? Is that, I have one from the public that's asking how they would get.
Oh, the agenda has the link on it, I believe. Let me just verify that. Because that's a good question. If it doesn't, we should.
It might be worth it just to mention, or Mr. McLean, if you can just say the number that they can call, or.
Yes, the number that they can call is 310-349-2970. And yes, the agenda does have the Zoom link on it. I believe. Hold on a second. Maybe that's the wrong link. Hold on. Oh, that's the YouTube link. Yeah, so the phone number, if you want to call in and talk to us live right now, or 30 seconds later, is 310-349-2970. And we'll hold this part open for 30 seconds in case somebody jumps on the line.
And that number was posted on the agenda.
Yeah, that number is on the agenda.
So may I continue, Mr. McLean?
Uh,
Or just wait?
There was a call that just came in, and we're just gonna, Maria picked it up. We'll see if it's if somebody wants to talk.
Through the chair, I do have one phone call that came through, and I'm not sure how to place them. Let me.
Yeah, we haven't worked out all the bugs. This is the first time this has happened for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
Let-
put your microphone, which is probably in your camera, close to your phone, and put the speaker on?
Oh boy, okay. Yeah, hold on just a second. I do apologize. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a moment. I'm trying to figure out how to get you on here.
I know.
Oh boy.
We can hear him, Maria. If he needs to speak, we can hear him.
Right, hold on just a second. I know it's sometimes it's difficult with Zoom, but let me try here. I'm gonna try and do this real quick.
I know. I'm still having problems with Zoom myself.
Right, okay, just a moment. Let me see
Sure.
if they can, if I Okay, can you hear the the phone?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, can you state your name and the reason for your call?
Hi, how are you? This is Ruben. I'm with the North Hawthorne. Ruben Sanchez. I'm with the North Hawthorne Community Association. Thank you for taking the call. I'm used to calling the city clerk's office, and right now that I heard the number, that's why I called right away. Felt like I was calling the radio station or so. Like I said, I wanted to make it brief. I know that there was an article, I believe there was a subject came out last planning meeting in regards of the 600 apartments proposed at the RFK building. Obviously, that's something that community needs to be more aware of. I'm hoping Mr. McLean and the rest can communicate with the community, especially with something that magnitude. This is, I just got a little glimpse last time, and I hope this could, the planning could be more vocal or pass out flyers or put it on your website in regards to the situation, because as you know, that magnitude, we don't have the foundation for something like that. And we already have concerns residents, or especially around that area. And it's something to talk about, maybe a town hall, after a town hall with those, because I know you guys doing the whole cannabis thing as well. But it's very dangerous just to bring it out at the end, because that has to do with the livelihood of all the residents, especially in the North Hawthorne area. We're open to talk, speak to somebody. Greg, if you can give me a call, and we can talk about the situation as well, because it's just going to catch fire on this whole thing. Everybody's just talking about it. They're very scared. So I know your job is cut out for you. You know, the guys in the Planning Commission, you guys are doing a great job to keep up the good work. And just like I said, we're here. Everybody's in the community here. Keep us informed. Keep us posted. Post some things up. Let the communication. I hate saying the word transparency, but just be open. You know, we're your neighbors. We're the city of good neighbors. We must talk like neighbors as well. All right. So have a good night. Have a blessed night. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. McLean, is there something that we can arrange or maybe take into consideration?
Yeah, I'm happy to address that. The reason that I brought it up was for the sake of transparency. There was an application received, and I put that forward because you know, when big applications come in, I will discuss them. But this is something that will be on future agendas. This is a new application, and an application of that magnitude is very, very far from having a public hearing. We're talking probably months away. So there isn't very much I can say other than we received an application. The number on the application was 600 initially, and that's not the number that will be built, I'm sure. We have negotiations that will have to go on, and there will be discussion with the community as well. There's a lot of things that are going to happen between now and the time that this will even come to the Planning Commission. So my advice to the North Hawthorne Community Association is don't get worked up yet. This is going to be a very open process, and we will be talking to you. The applicant will be talking to you, just like we would for any other very large project like this. It's just arrived. It's very, very premature to start having meetings and stuff about it, okay? Just wait. It has to be developed, all right? That's all I wanted to say about that.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to item E, Planning Commission and Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar. Do we have anything, Mr. McLean?
We have nothing.
Recess Airport Zoning Commission, Planning Commission consent calendar. The first item is the approval of Planning Commission and Airport Zoning Commission minutes for the regular meeting on February 2nd, 2022. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Yes, I second.
Perfect.
Okay. Commissioner Richard,
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes,
Commissioner Caravello,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Al-Shanabli.
Yes.
So those minutes are approved unanimously 4-0.
Continued public hearings.
No items.
Okay, new public hearings. First item, conditional use permit 2021 C11, tobacco specialty store within an existing mini market. Now is the time and place to open the public hearing to consider conditional use permit 2021 CU11. Senior Planner Maharik will present the staff report.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you. And I will be presenting conditional use permit 2021 CU11 for a tobacco specialty store within an existing mini market. As you can see from the vicinity and zoning map, it is on the southwest corner of Crenshaw Boulevard and El Segundo Boulevard. That is the location of the shopping center. And as you can see from the yellow area, that's the precise location of where the mini market is and where the applicant would like to sell tobacco products. And this is a view of the outside. The existing site, the parcel is a little over 55,000 square feet. It is a commercial strip center with multiple units, and the combined space is a little over 17,000 square feet. But the applicant is only occupying 865 square feet. As you can see from the site plan, the red area is the location where the applicant is locating. The reason the applicant needed to apply for a conditional use permit is because our code specifies that if more than 20% of the annual gross receipts are from the sale of tobacco products, and that includes a lot of different things, the cigarettes, cigars, pipe tobacco, snuff, smokeless tobacco, and smoking paraphernalia, they need approval by the Planning Commission to have that. There are 70 parking spaces, I meant to say. As you can see from the photo, it truly is a mini market, and the only reason for the CUP is, again, because of the annual gross sales. The lower right-hand photo is an area where the tobacco products would be sold, as you can see from the tobacco merchandise that is labeled in the floor plan. And this particular slide is just to show you that they do sell a variety of items like a mini market would. And in the floor area, only 120 square feet of the entire location, which is 865 square feet, will be utilized specifically for tobacco merchandise. Everything is behind a screen, essentially, a clear screen. It is not accessible to the public. They must go up to the cashier to request any tobacco products. It's not a self-serve type of item. And just wanted to show you this clear screen. You can see it a little clearer in the photo below the floor plan. And right now, they actually removed the tobacco products, or the majority of them, because they were unaware that they had to obtain a conditional use permit when they first placed all the items. But they did remove all the items, just left a few little things, as you can see from the photo, to make sure that they didn't exceed the 20%. 2022-02 to approve conditional use permit 2021 CU 11 for the tobacco specialty store within the mini market. In the resolution, we did put some conditions of approval just to make sure that the square footage does not exceed 120 square feet, that there are signs posted that these sales are only for folks 21 years and older. And the employees will need to be trained and aware of any of the regulations via the FDA and California laws for tobacco products. We are asking them to place no loitering signs at the entrances and exits of the store, and to constantly be vigilant of the cleanliness of the parking lot and the area. Obviously, they will not be providing any free samples to anyone. That's not allowed. And that should cover most of the concerns that may occur with this. But again, the majority of the store is a mini market. It's because of the gross sales. And that concludes my staff report.
Thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome.
Does the Planning Commission have any questions for staff? This is the time for questions of staff.
I do, through the chair.
Go ahead, sir.
So Maria, I'm sorry, I missed the location of the new market.
Let me go back to the actual vicinity map. So Crenshaw Boulevard and El Segundo Boulevard, and you know where the Millennium House development is?
Yeah.
The new development. So that's just down the road from there. That's the closest residential within the 300 square feet of the property. The other residential is in the city of Gardena, but there's a bit more. You have to go through the industrial zone, past the Dominguez Channel to actually get to the single family homes. So if you recall where the Millennium Project, that's where it is, on that corner.
Got it, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Another question, at that location, is there logs either from code enforcement or the Hawthorne Police Department about loitering issues or citations?
No, actually, the only reason code enforcement went there was because the tobacco products were being sold, and it was clear that it was over the 20%. But beyond that, there's no indication that there's ever been any problems with that center.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else from commissioners?
I had one question.
Go ahead, sir.
So it sounds like it's only required a CUP if it exceeds the 20% annual gross receipts. So that means if it was less than that, then they wouldn't need a CUP.
That is correct, Commissioner Caraballo. Because of the amount of product that was displayed, it was clear that and the cost, right, of those types of products, that it was going to exceed the 20% gross sales receipt. And if it wasn't, then they wouldn't have needed one. And you can tell from, let me go to the one photo, this photo here, that if they only had this little bit of amount displayed, that's not a problem. But at some point they had everything with different types of tobacco products, and even in these clear cases. But they removed everything until they received approval.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria. Any other planning commissioner?
Yeah, I think my question may have been answered already. Because they already, just so I'm clear, so they were already selling the tobacco products prior to us telling them they need to get the CUP, correct?
Correct, they were. And once they were alerted that they could not, they did remove everything, except for just a little bit. They had a conversation with me, the property, or the business owner, I should say, had a conversation with me about what they could display and what they couldn't. And code enforcement checked to make sure that they were not violating the regulations.
Perfect. And then also, I know you mentioned they're a mini mart or a small store. Do they also sell like beer or wine there?
No, they do not. They do not have a beer or wine conditional use permit, nor did they request to sell those items.
Okay.
Thank you. Is the applicant present, and do they wish to speak? Maria, is the applicant present?
Sorry,
Yes, I'm here, but I think Maria covered everything.
Okay, perfect. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the commission on this issue? Seeing no one. Mr. McLean, are there any documents that you wish to place into administrative records, such as late communications?
There are none.
Do any of my fellow commissioners have any final comments on this item or questions of staff?
I have a question for the applicant.
Go ahead, sir.
I want you to know how long have you guys been selling tobacco products at those locations?
You know what? I can't really answer that question. I just help the owner prepare the plans and the letter of introduction and all that. I don't really have specifics as to how long they've been selling the merchandise.
Through the chair,
Yes.
the only thing I can check, Commissioner, is when they obtain their business license. But that won't give you an indication of the tobacco products. Let me,
Or
I
maybe
can double check.
it was the name of the business, tobacco. Maybe that would.
Right, so they said tobacco and they put up the sign and everything. They just didn't know that we had a regulation such as this.
Yeah, and that's pretty understandable, especially with
Yeah.
the 20% annual.
Mhm.
You wouldn't know until.
Right. I'm checking for their business license real quick for you. Let's see. So it looks like they, yes, so it looks like they started, according to the information I have in front of me, August of 2021 is when they probably applied for the license. It doesn't mean that they opened right then and there. I know it's fairly recent. It just happened when we were alerted to it. It was around, I want to say, November timeframe or so. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Maria.
Welcome.
I will now formally close the public hearing on this item and call on my fellow commissioners for a vote on Resolution 2022-02, approving conditional use permit application 2021 CU11. Do I have a motion?
I'd motion to approve, and then just make sure that they comply with condition 13 regarding the signage.
Do I have a second?
Yes, am I muted? Yeah, I'm here.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay, Commissioner Caraveo,
Yes.
Commissioner Richard,
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes.
Vice Chair Al-Shnabli.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 4-0, unanimous.
Thank you, sir. Item J, recess the Planning Commission and call back to order the Airport Zoning Commission. Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar.
No items.
Airport Zoning Commission new or continued public hearings.
No items.
Call back to order the Planning Commission concurrently with the Airport Zoning Commission. Are there any public hearing items?
Non-public hearing items, no items.
Non-public hearing items, thank you.
Sure.
Administrative items,
No items.
the items to be placed on our future agenda.
Maria, do you have anything to add? I have nothing this time.
Okay,
No items.
thank you, Maria. And commissioner reports, would any of my commissioners like to share something?
I do. I have something. It's related to the Hawthorne Airport. So I live. You could actually hear the airplane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that from what I recall, and I'm not sure if maybe it's changed since the last time we heard about this, but they are supposed to follow a strict path that I believe goes over maybe 120th Street or, you know, they're not supposed to go over the residential areas. And I could understand if that happens occasionally, but it's just consistently happening, even right now at this time of night. So I think Commissioner Smith, Chairman Smith represents us in these
Yes.
meetings that they have. But Mr. McLean, is there some way that you can contact at the airport, maybe the airport manager or somebody, to find out what's going on with the flight path?
Yes, I'll let him know.
I mean, it happens. I'm outside for an hour and there's like 10 planes that pass by. It seems to be out of control.
Okay.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I want to thank Greg and the rest of the staff for updating us on the future agenda items. As we heard today, it was very helpful. Somebody had questions about a proposed item, and it also prepares us to start thinking about things and also the community. And then I also just wanted to, and I know, once we had the housing element, I think some of us probably weren't too familiar with it or aware. So I would just like to get, as far as like more notice for those type of items. I know there's a candidates town hall meeting coming up this month that we should all be, involved in, because that's going to potentially come to the planning commission. So if we can just get updates on those type of special meetings or city events that might affect the planning commission, that'll definitely be more helpful for us to make decisions for the community.
Yes.
And I also wanted to also want to congratulate the Hawthorne girls basketball team. They had made it to the CIF playoffs. It didn't go all the way, but they did a pretty good job this year. Definitely looking forward to next season. Thanks to Coach Allen and Alicia Taylor. And that's it for me.
Wonderful. Mr. Richards?
Not much for me this time. Again, same way. Thanks, staff. Glad to have the community participation meeting today. Glad to, as Colleen thinks, that's what we're here for. Yeah, that's pretty light week. Hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. And yeah, see y'all.
Thank you. And I just have really two quick items. The first of which is Chairperson Smith, probably throughout all his reign, has only been absent twice. So I would really appreciate if someone can check on him. And normally if he's going to be late or not going to attend, he will always let us know ahead of time. So please, and once you hear word that, everything is fine, just let us know that he's okay.
Absolutely.
And my second issue is, I don't know what the billboard is for because I can't see it. Once I explain to you, you'll understand why. Inglewood Boulevard, northbound, right before you reach 124th, on the left-hand side, there is a billboard that I've seen a couple of times driving at night. The first time I thought there was something wrong with the lighting because there's a huge spotlight that flickers. So I know that a long time ago when we talked about the LED signs, we decided that they shouldn't be flashy and they shouldn't be distracting. So this is not an LED sign, but the spotlight that's shining on it is flickering continuously, making it very difficult for at least me to concentrate on the road while I'm walking. So I know that that would go against our recommendations of billboards. And I know it's a loophole because it's not really an LED light, but it's the light that's shining on it that flickers. The first time I thought it was just, mistake or maybe something was wrong with it. Every time that I've passed, it's the same way. It's so distracting that I don't even know what the billboard is for. So if someone can check out if this is something that needs to be fixed or if it was intentional that it was that way, it's very distracting.
Okay.
That's it.
So that's at 124th Street on the left side when you're heading north.
It's on Inglewood.
No, I mean on
yes,
Inglewood
yes.
at 124th.
Heading north right before you get to 124th, yes, on the left-hand side.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can I take this moment to remind everybody that tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the Memorial Center is the next cannabis workshop open to the public. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. We had a rather small turnout, so there should be plenty of available seats. It's free. And we had a pretty good discussion last time. And then the one after that will be Saturday the 12th at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to add.
Okay.
Okay, we have an update on Commissioner Smith.
Okay.
Just give me a second here. Oh, okay, I'll send an email about this.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one
Thank you,
call.
sir.
Okay.
And yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I lost.
No, go ahead.
No, the only thing I'm going to say is, can we check if we're up to date with our ethics training? If we're not, we can take it online. The last time we took it online, I just need to check that we're up to date.
Okay. We'll try to figure out who keeps that record. It may be the clerk or maybe the attorneys, I'm not sure.
I think it was the attorney the last time we did it was through Melissa.
Okay, so I'll look through her files then.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, so if this is it, we will adjourn. Is there anything else before we adjourn?
Just one quick question I wanted to ask.
Yes, go ahead.
Greg, I know you mentioned tomorrow's meeting, there's a cannabis meeting. Is there a particular time, like I know the last time they had like an agenda of what their public was supposed to be talking about that particular meeting? Is there anything special we're just talking about? Or is it just the cannabis process as a whole again?
I believe it'll be the same general meeting, only maybe slightly modified by what we learned from the first meeting. And so there'll be a few refinements. We also received a very informative email from somebody that will put a little bit more emphasis on the comparison of what we do if we don't adopt the ordinance versus what we do if we do adopt the ordinance, how things will be different. So, but basically the same format and everything. Hopefully we'll be a little bit faster and have more time for question and answer this time, but it's hard to say.
It's very difficult for me to get off work with short notice. Is it going to be recorded that I can see after, or?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
All of the meetings will be recorded. It was recorded. I'm not sure if the first one is posted yet. I haven't checked, but they all will be. And yeah, if you're available on Saturday the 12th, that's the next available one. That's not during work time for most people.
Okay.
And then the last one will be at 6 p.m. on the 30th, which is a Wednesday.
Okay.
So we tried very hard to set them at different times of the day and the week so that everybody would have some chance to come to one. And if you can't make it, you're always welcome to email the working committee at cannabis@cityofhawthorne.org. We take questions all the time, and we will address as many of those good questions at the workshops as we can. But we also will post questions and answers on the website. There's a special page for the Cannabis Working Committee.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. If there's nothing further, the meeting is adjourned at 6:50 p.m. Have a great night.
Right.
Not everyone.